A pleasant evening once again to all our friends, our supporters, stakeholders, the community outside of Foundation University, and of course, those who are watching us on campus as we are being streamed live on the Facebook page of Foundation University, and we are also being streamed live as well and telecast on Channel 6 of Phil Products TV Dumaguete. Here we are again on iGreyhound, and I think you know that it's a Thursday evening because you have made Thursdays as your regular habit. So for this particular episode of iGreyhound, once again, we showcase the talents of our students as well as their competencies as they bring accolades and honor to the university. So this time around, we have invited our students from the College of Business Administration, and they are all students of the BS in Accountancy program. So may I introduce the two ladies with me here. May I introduce Miss Juan Junica, is that
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Baina. She is a fourth-year accountancy student. Hi, Juan, and pleasant evening.
Yes, good evening, Ma'am Cecile, and good evening to our viewers.
Yes, thank you very much. And beside Juan here is Bea Isabel Alegre, and she's a first-year accountancy student. Hi, Bea.
Hi, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. And we're so blessed to be in here, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Thank you very much. First and foremost, congratulations
Thank you.
for the recent accomplishment that you have garnered and also the honor that you have brought to Foundation University. Perhaps you can tell us where you went and what is this particular contest or competition that you had attended. Juan first.
Yes, ma'am. So we joined the regional mid-year convention. This is called RMYC. This is the regional counterpart of the annual mid-year convention to be held on February 17. And they had different activities, both academic and non-academic activities. And we also had an elimination round here in Negros Oriental before we qualified to the regionals, which was held in Cebu.
Okay, that was, I think, towards the end of the month of January.
January
Yes.
26th.
Okay. So for Juan, you participated in the academics category,
Yes, ma'am.
and then for Bea, you were in the non-academics. Yeah. Perhaps you can tell our viewers the event that you had joined, Bea.
Okay, so I joined the sports of chess, that was also held in Cebu City, and it consists of 7 rounds. And we start the game, ma'am, exactly at 10 a.m. and we finish at 5 p.m. in the afternoon.
Okay, okay. And
Yes.
of course, this is one of the events, no, or the categories where you did not delve into academics, but this time into sports. In other words, I think the PICPA, that's the Philippine Institute of Certified Public Accountants, paints a picture of a well-rounded student, no? Yes. Okay, for Juan, you emerged as the champion
Yeah.
in your category, and this is on academics.
Yes,
My goodness. So tell us about it.
So in academics, we had, it was divided into different categories. We have the board exam subjects. So we have 6 board exam subjects.
Okay.
So they are divided into 6 cups. We have cups 1 to 6. I was tasked to compete in cup 6, which was the RFBT, or the Regulatory Framework for Business Transactions. So this is about the laws governing, business transactions. And honestly, it was unexpected. Like the win wasn't
Yes.
expected at all.
And I think, of course, it was tough, no? Just listening to how you described it, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the preparations and all, because we're in the middle of our board exam, review classes.
Oh, yes,
actually.
okay.
So we have 5 review classes now. So it's very hard to solely focus on the competition preparation and all that.
Right, right. And because you're fourth year,
Yes,
so you're
ma'am.
preparing for the
Graduate.
board exams. Yes, oh, God willing. But did it help that since you are in your last year in accountancy and you participated in that 6th category? Or
Cup 6. Yeah.
or Cup 6, no? Did it help? Because you're also in the middle of studying for the board exams.
Yeah, actually it did, because we are currently having a review class for my category, which
Okay.
is the RFBT. Although we haven't fully, discussed all the topics yet, but it helped a lot that we are currently reviewing this subject.
Okay. Can you tell our viewers a bit of a background, what that particular subject matter is? in layman's terms, as they say.
Okay, in layman's terms, this is just basically we're studying about the laws governing business transactions, like obligations,
Okay.
contracts,
Obligations and contracts.
sales, and all the special laws, banking laws, stuff
Okay,
like that.
okay. Can you tell us, can you tell our viewers as well, and of course, those of us who are also interested in what you are doing in the accountancy program, the mechanics of the contest or the competition?
Okay, for the academic competition, there are different contestants from all of Region 7. We have Bohol, Cebu, Negros Oriental, of course. So there are approximately maximum of 5 contestants per school who qualified for the regionals.
Yeah.
And all of us were put in one room, and the quiz started there, and it's like an oral exam. So we're given letters A, B, C, D, and then we're given also the questions in like a cue card or something. And we were just to raise our answers after the timer stops.
Yeah. So unlike some competitions that I think we are familiar with, yours is like, even if you worked as a team or you were a team, but you performed individually.
Yes, ma'am. So in my cup, we are consist of 3 students. So, but unlike the other competitions that requires teamwork, we worked alone.
Okay.
Like we were on our own basically,
yes.
because our points weren't added together and all that. So we were basically.
So you had to garner individual
Yes,
points,
ma'am.
no? And the points that you get would be credited to you alone, not as a team.
Not as a team.
Okay. So that's at least the difference between some competitions that we are familiar with and this one, the PICPA, no? Okay, thank you. And then for Bea, yes, describe to us the preparation, no? Because after all, chess is a mind game, no? And it involves a lot of analysis, just like accountancy.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, I am always prepared
Yeah, very
because
good.
whenever I have a free time, I always play a chess through my phone, and also in our house, ma'am, I always play chess together with my brothers.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So you are a chess enthusiast.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Was it a breeze? Like, did you find it quite easy, or like did you enjoy the competition and not think that it was a contest?
Yes, ma'am. I really enjoyed, ma'am, playing. It's because chess is really my hobby,
Okay.
and I really love playing it, ma'am, because I'm playing it back when I was 5 years old.
Oh yeah, I was about to ask, since when did you play chess? So since you were 5 years
Yes,
old,
ma'am.
yeah. Who spurred the interest within you, Bea, to
My
play
father,
chess?
ma'am. Yes,
Is
and
it-
with my brothers.
Okay. And then you constantly like play chess even in your house
Yes, ma'am.
or in your home. Yes, very good. Now, because you are going to qualify, right, for the national competition,
Yes,
again sponsored by PICPA, right? The preparations that you will be undertaking, will Bea also be going to the nationals?
Yes, po, ma'am.
Yes, very good, no? Yes, okay. And the preparations that you are doing, would it be in the same category that you had competed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, same Cup 6?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So in the same mechanics as well from the regional round, and our preparations, of course, we really need to study more because
Yes.
this is the nationals.
Nationals
so, like, all of
already.
the schools
Right.
all over the
All
Philippines.
over the Philippines, my
Yeah,
goodness,
so-
yes.
But being there already, qualifying for there is already a win for us.
Yeah,
So,
yes. And I think because you emerged as champions, no, thus it qualified Foundation University as a second runner-up, no,
Yes.
among all schools in Region
Region.
7, right? Yeah, that's Central Visayas. Wow, that's a great achievement, no, of the College of Business Administration of Foundation University. But tell us, the experience that you guys have gotten out of that particular competition, maybe you can describe it to our viewers as well. Being students, no, being given that responsibility of bringing home the bacon, so to speak, to the university. How did you feel, Juan?
Me personally, I'm just very, very grateful for Foundation University for this opportunity because we wouldn't be here without, the funding and all
Yes,
that
of
because
course,
Cebu
yeah.
is far away from
Yes, yes.
So the experience overall was so good because we really didn't have to worry about anything else except just winning the
Yes.
competition.
And then prepare, no, and
Yeah,
study.
yeah. So
Okay.
it was so good. It was a great experience for us.
The interaction that happened there, no, like you met fellow accountancy students in the region and perhaps their coaches or their teachers. How was it?
Well, it was okay. Personally, it was hard for me as an introvert, but it was
okay.
great meeting other students because we share the same burdens
Yeah.
as accountancy students.
Yeah,
We get
right.
to share stuff about this course and all that. So it was good.
Yeah, so it's like speaking the same language,
Yeah.
no? Yeah, and being with fellow accountancy students. Yeah, how about for Bea? Although it was not an accountancy competition, right? It was non-academics.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ma'am. Actually, at first, I didn't expect that I was chosen to be part of non-academic, which is the chess. And at first, I am shy. It's because I'm my first year,
Yeah,
and
first
most
year.
of them is fourth year.
Already,
But after all, we get along, Ma'am.
Yeah, very good, no? You were pitted against students, of course, fellow accountancy students from other schools in the region, no? What insights have you gotten from them? Like, do you talk about things about school while you were not yet in the contest proper?
Yes, Ma'am. Actually, Ma'am, I am a friendly person, Ma'am.
Okay, very good.
Wherein I met a lot of people, and during our free time, we talk each other and talk about school, of course.
Yes, yes. I'm trying to also decipher, no, the balance between academics and non-academics. But chess in itself is a mind game and it's very challenging too, no. Now, in your stay here at Foundation University, Juan, you're already in your senior year. Yes, keeping our fingers crossed, no. And then very soon we'll take the board exams for CPA. And then Bea is in your first year, yes, but it will not be long, no. Before we know it, you're going to be fourth year. But the things that you may have learned from your mentors, specifically from the College of Business Administration, or perhaps in all totality from the teachers of Foundation University that you think you can bring with you when you become a professional, Juan?
I think personally, just discipline. Yeah, we have always been taught, to develop a stringent study habit, like a rigorous one. Like as an accountancy student, we're expected to study, and study.
Yeah.
And I think to develop the good mix of study habit, you need to be disciplined. You need to stick to your routine and all that. So I think that's the most important thing that I will still be be using in the future. Discipline.
And it has been instilled in
Yeah.
you, no, as a student and then hopefully as a professional too. Yes, Bea.
Honestly, Mom, there's a lot of people saying to me that I should stop playing chess. It's because it's just a distraction. But I've realized that back when I was in Cebu during our game, that my classmate told me that there's a lot of assignments, and I realized that chess is not a hindrance because I know how to manage my time when
Yes,
it comes
very
to
good.
studies and to my sports.
Yes, and I think it also maybe diverts you, no, from schoolwork or from
Yes.
books, no. Yes. Now, I'm curious for you both ladies, no. Why did you choose accountancy? Perhaps for Juwan because you're now in your fourth year, and then for Bea, since you are yet in your first year, why choose this particular degree program, and why here at Foundation University, Juwan?
Okay, first of all, if I were to be completely honest,
Okay.
I heard things about accountants having great salary and all that.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I also growing up, I really loved I love English and math. These are my favorite subjects.
Yeah.
And one funny story is that I asked a friend of mine who was in college and I was in high school. I asked her, what do you think is the best course or a degree for someone who likes both English and math.
And mathematics.
Yeah, I want to use my proficiency in both subjects.
Okay,
And
very
she
good.
was like, you should enroll in accountancy like that. And we also have a small business, transportation business.
Okay, your family.
Yeah, and I think it would help our business if I become an accountant in the future.
Right, right. And why here at Foundation, your institution of choice?
Because this school, I've been here since I was in senior high school.
Okay, you finished at Foundation Preparatory Academy.
Senior
Yes,
high school.
okay, good.
Actually, I didn't start my college here in Foundation,
Okay.
but I came back because I just love the environment. Like, I love how conducive it is for learning. And like the students and the faculty members, like the top level management in our specific departments, they aren't very far. There's no power great obvious power dynamic. I just love how supportive our dean Ligaya May Concepcion is for regarding student activities.
Yes, yes.
I just love Foundation University.
Yes, okay. So there's no barrier, perhaps,
Yeah.
between students and faculty, and we can be open to one another. Yes. How about for Bea?
Back when I was senior high school, Mom, I took ABM Strand.
Okay.
Yes, and I graduated last year, senior
Okay.
high school.
Yeah.
And I asked myself, what should I choose? And my father suggested it is because he also graduated accountancy here at Foundation University.
Wow, so he's an alumnus.
Yes, Mom,
Yes,
and
very
that's why
good.
I am here, Mom.
Okay, yeah. There are stories really, of parents or relatives or siblings who are like graduates of Foundation. That's also the reason for being here. Now, in terms of like, of course, there's academics, but you also have non-academics. I'm referring to the competition that you just joined. But in the university, do you also find a balance between curricular activities and extracurricular activities? The reason why I'm asking this is you ladies mentioned that accountancy is like a tough course, but do you have a life as an accountancy student, Juan, and even for Bea? Yeah.
Personally, ma'am, I really make sure I have a life
Right.
I don't want my world to revolve around just surviving accountancy, because
Yes.
at the end of the day, you really have to enjoy your life.
Okay.
So as much as possible, I try not to stress myself so much about academic stuff.
Yeah.
So I just manage my time well and
Okay.
find time for myself.
Yeah. Even if you said that for accountancy, you study and study and study.
You really have also
Yes, of
to
course,
think of
no, my
yourself.
goodness,
You
yeah.
can't stretch yourself too thin.
Okay, so it's like providing a balance,
Yes,
yeah, parang life goal,
work.
life work balance, yeah. For Bea,
At first, Mom, accountancy is really hard, Mom. I even cried having a low scores.
Okay.
But I managed it, and because there's a lot of teachers here at Foundation University gave me an advice that I should spare time for reading books.
okay.
Yes, Mom.
Okay, so again, like a balance between academics and perhaps something that you should also do for yourself, right? Yeah. For individuals out there, because after all, we're being telecast not only here in Negros Oriental, but it's actually all over the world, and we are being streamed live also on our Facebook page. Some pieces of advice, perhaps, that you can give to like learners out there who would like to pursue accountancy as a degree program, maybe talking from your experience, Juan, and then perhaps from the advice of your father for Bea. Juan.
Personally, if you want to pursue accountancy, you can't just give up easily. Because this course is really hard, and it requires great perseverance on your part. So even if you failed, some of us failed once, even twice,
Yeah.
that's not an indication for you to just give up easily. You can still try again. So yeah, that's why.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I don't know if it's just like something like easier said than done, no?
It actually
Oh,
is.
wow, my goodness. But you practice that? Yes, okay, very good. Yeah, for Bea.
For me, Mom, I think it's better to have a time management when it comes to studies and other stuff. To always think positive and never give up, mom, to the things that it's been hard to you.
Yes. Have there been instances, listening to you ladies, no, like never giving up and so on, have there been instances when you mentioned about quite low scores or maybe some disappointments, for example? Was there ever a time when you said, of course you said never give up, no, but human as we are, no? I mean, like, did you like put your hands up and say, oh, can I pursue this, or should I pursue this? Juan?
Well, there are times when I ask myself, do I really, do I really deserve this course? Should I really be here?
Yeah.
But no, the idea of, shifting to another degree never really crossed my mind. I set my mind into graduating and getting this degree from the get-go. So
Yes, okay.
never.
Yeah, so it's like do or die, no?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And finish the course. You had started it after all. Yeah, for Bea.
Before I took this accountancy, mom, my mother told me to think wisely for the course that I want to take up. And right now, I am accountancy student, and it's quite really, really hard, but I am learning to love it.
Yeah. Do you talk to your fellow accountancy students, of course, no, and exchange notes with one another, Juan?
Yeah, actually, ma'am, every one of us in the fourth year class, we're very close. We share answers, notes, we help each other.
Yeah.
We actually discuss certain problems for certain subjects. Then we share, our answers and discuss for those who have a hard time understanding.
Okay, that's great, no? So you share, no? And like become like siblings, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And how about for Bea?
It's the same also, ma'am, to Ate Juan. I
Yes.
also have a lot of circle of friends, even though I am just a first
First
year,
year,
but I
yes.
have a lot of friends in the higher year.
Yeah, like your ates,
Yes,
no?
my
Oo. So
kuyas.
you exchange notes. Do you like play like the older sister or something? The ate to the first year students, or the lower, not really lower, no, but the so-called like your upper class, the lower class man, so to speak.
Yeah, actually, ma'am, because our organization, the JPIA,
Yes, JPIA.
we are also conducting, tutoring sessions for.
Yeah.
So we are grouped into different groups consisting of first year students, second year students, third year, and fourth year students. So of course we get to teach them.
Okay, so you mentor the first year students. Very nice, no? Do you have individuals who you look up to, especially in your field? Perhaps no exact names or no specific names mentioned, but people who you can emulate, no? Or learn from or be inspired of.
Of course, our faculty members,
Yeah,
our
okay.
accountancy professors,
Yes.
especially our CPA lawyers.
Yeah, yes.
It's so amazing
Yes,
having
yes.
2 degrees.
Yes. Is it, now that you mentioned CPA and law, is it a good combination, being a certified public accountant and being a lawyer, no? I think we have those
Yes, ma'am. We
individuals in our faculty, among our
have,
faculty.
in CPA, we have, I
Yeah.
think, 2 CPA
Yes.
lawyers.
That's really great, no?
Yeah, looking at it at the face value, it's so
Right,
amazing.
right, yeah. And both are like board, you have to pass a licensure exam. Yeah.
And I
right.
think it's like a lot of people say it's actually an advantage if you had accountancy as your pre-law subject.
Right.
Because we have law subjects.
Yes,
a lot of law
yes.
subjects.
Okay, wow, yeah. And then for Bea,
It's also the same to Ate
Okay.
Juan, ma'am. We're in. Actually, I am also planning, ma'am, to be the same as to have a lawyer.
yes, go
Yes,
into
because
law.
we also have some professors is a CPA lawyer.
Yes. And your father, are there words of wisdom that your father had shared to you?
Yes, ma'am. There's a lot of saying, ma'am, that. He even asked me, ma'am, if I am okay with my course, which is the accountancy, and I told him that yes, I can still manage my course, ma'am.
Yeah. Of course, because he's also a CPA, right? Yes, and I think he's also happy that you followed the same course, no, that he also took. Yes. So in the few minutes that we have left for this particular segment, no, Juan and Bea, this is your time to speak to our audience, to our viewers, especially so that you will soon again be leaving for the national competition in Manila, and people to thank, and perhaps invite interested students, no, to join our accountancy program. Perhaps Juan first and then Bea.
Okay, so first of all, I would like, in behalf of everyone here, I would like to give my sincerest thanks to Foundation University, especially our College of Business Administration department, for giving us this opportunity, for trusting in our abilities, because without you guys, we wouldn't be here and we wouldn't be able to qualify for the nationals. And also for, you know, students there who want to enroll in the accountancy program, you can enroll here at Foundation University, because we develop holistically, not just academically. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And for Bea?
Okay, first and foremost, I would like to say thank you for Foundation University for the opportunity, and of course for the CBA department for guiding us and supporting us. I would also like to say that never stop learning. It's because we can manage all, and also we can have a success in life. So be a Foundationite.
Yes, wow, great, huh? And I wish you Godspeed as you qualify for the national finals, still being sponsored by the PICPA, or the Philippine Institute of Certified Public Accountants. And Godspeed as well, no, to Juan.
Thank you, Ma'am.
You are now in your fourth year, and of course, Godspeed as well to Bea as you start off again with the years that you'll be spending more here at Foundation University. We will pause for these few reminders, friends, and we will be right back for our second segment. iGreyhound will be right back.
Welcome to Foundation University, the home of the Greyhounds. Programs offered: become who you want to be with our state-of-the-art facilities. Conducive for learning. An eco-friendly environment. With friendly, reliable, and committed. Staff and faculty. Are you ready for an experience? Join us. Make a difference. Be a foundational.
Yes, iGreyhound is back. We are being streamed live on the Facebook page of Foundation University, and we are also being telecast on Channel 6 of Phil Products TV Dumaguete. And yes, we are featuring again two of the winners in the recently concluded Regional Mid-Year Convention sponsored by the Philippine Institute of Certified Public Accountants, and they are our students of Foundation University, and they brought home the bacon for the university. So we are mighty proud of these two ladies. May I introduce them to all our viewers? Immediately to my left is Miss Betcheline Benignos. She is in her 4th year in accountancy. And beside her is Miss Phoebe Cedillo, also a 4th year accountancy student. Wow, first and foremost, congratulations to the team, no? And you brought home the bacon. Tell us about your category. Betcheline first.
Okay, in my category, I belong to academics. So in academics, there are 6 cups, which those cups involve the 6 subjects of the CPA or the Certified Public Accountant Licensure exam. And I belong to Cup 3, which is all about management advisory services. Okay, in this subject, ma'am, it involves like the decision making. It covers also some financial statement analysis, and it also involves decision making of the organization. So that those are the things that being covered by that subject, and also the economics.
Okay, so it's a whole gamut, no, of
Yes.
endeavors involving the accountancy program. Yes, and same cup with Phoebe.
Yes, ma'am. We are actually under the same category, which is the Management Advisory Services. So if I could elaborate her explanation about Management Advisory Services, it's basically about budgeting, financial statement analysis. It's preparing for management reports that would help the company with their decision making in terms of maximizing their profits.
Yes, okay. And you were pitted against the schools all over the region. That's
Yes,
Region
ma'am.
7. And you emerged, your Cup 6 category, you emerged as the champions.
Actually,
Yeah, okay.
Go.
Yeah.
Actually, I placed third.
Okay, and then Phoebe.
I placed second.
Okay. But overall, our school, our university emerged as second runner-up, no,
Yes.
among all schools, judging from the categories or the place, no, that you had gotten. Now, tell us about the experience that you had in Cebu, especially that I think you are also in the middle of preparing for your own board exams.
Yes, Yes, ma'am. In my case, the experience was so great for me because aside from we have subjects or review subjects that we are taking as of the moment, and our subject, which is the management advisory services, we took that subject last sem. So it's quite in a matter of retention for us because we cannot just solely focus on reviewing our subjects, but also to focus on the major subjects that we're taking right now. So the experience was so great, and of course, we were so nervous.
I can imagine, no?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am, because it is a regional, and of course, there are a lot of schools that were also competitive and wanted to advance into the national level, but fortunately, we're able to make it.
Yes, and you're going to the nationals. Yes. How about for Phoebe? How was the experience as far as you're concerned?
As for my experience, ma'am, I'm really thankful to be given this opportunity. It's a great way to spend my last year as an accountancy student. And as for my preparations, I wasn't really able to tediously prepare since we have also other review classes. We could not compromise that, so I have to have a good balance between reviewing and for preparing for that competition. But since we're under the same category, I'm just really thankful that I have Betchelin with me. I'm thankful that we didn't see each other as a competition, but rather we were helping each other out. When I have problems that I could not solve, she would help me, and vice versa. So on top of that, I'm really thankful for this experience.
Since you also met your fellow accountancy students, perhaps they're also in their fourth year, what were some of the things that you had shared or learned from one another? Betchelin first.
During the competition, ma'am, one of the participants who sit next to me, I get acquainted with her, and we even talk about how's our life as accountancy students, and even share the same sentiments. And it was really hard, and you really need to have a good time management, the balance of study and other stuff. So it's just that. So I was so grateful and at the same time happy because it's just not me who has the burden, but also I have someone who share the same sentiment.
Yes, and especially that you so to speak, speak the same language.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how about for Phoebe?
I wasn't really able to acquaint with other contestants, ma'am, but I know for sure that we share the same sentiments. But yeah, that's all, ma'am.
Yeah, especially that since it's a regional competition, and you interact with other students or fellow accountancy students. The experience in itself was already something. The fact that you represented the university in the regional and then finally in the national is something that I think you would also be bringing with you after you finish. But here at Foundation, especially that this is now your fourth year, are there things that you may have learned from your professors, not only in the College of Business Administration, but overall, that you think you can bring with you when you become professionals, God willing? Betchelin first.
Actually, ma'am, there are a lot of things that I've learned, especially in the time management and balancing everything, like from academics and also non-academics, because we are dynamic, and we have some academic events and also non-academics, and of course the leadership that is being brought to me in here. I was one of the student leaders also, so that's those are the things that I have learned that I may be able to hold up until on my next journey, and it is so. Those are just the things that also important in my life, that you will not just focus on one area, but also in the other areas of your life.
Yeah. So in other words, it's like a holistic endeavor. Yeah. For Phoebe.
As for me, ma'am, if there's one thing I have learned all throughout my journey, it's that, especially for my course, nothing that is worth having comes easy.
Okay.
So I learned that if I want something, I really have to work for it. So I have learned that if I learn to sacrifice now and discipline myself, then there's no way but to succeed in life.
Yes, yes. I think that's a good, pretty good attitude, no? Nothing comes easy, really, no? Whatever course you may be taking now. Since you are now in your fourth year, I think it's not yet too late, no, to ask you why did you choose accountancy as your degree program and why here at Foundation? Let you lead first.
Well, way back in high school, ma'am, math subject is my specialty. Or it's like, let's say, I got more interested with math. So
Okay.
I asked few individuals like what is the accurate or like corporate course for this preference. So one of my professors told me that you could have or you could take accountancy. So that's why during senior high school I took ABM, and I just thought it's about the 1+1 concept, but no, it's more than just.
Okay.
So it's also about analysis,
yes.
a lot of analysis, and then the skills in math is just a addition to the accountancy in the field of accountancy. So actually, honestly, during my first, or let's say grade 11, I was having a hard time in the ABM program, but later on, eventually, I enjoyed the all the things that incorporate with the ABM, especially with the fundamentals, and that might be the reason why I took accountancy in college.
Yes, and why here at Foundation University?
Well, I have known some individuals also in our barangay who finished their degrees here in Foundation, and also where there are, of course, they told me some of the good things of Foundation. So as what I thought crossed in my mind that why not try Foundation University?
Yes, and of course, no, you're now in your fourth year.
Yes,
Very good, yeah. How about for Phoebe?
As for me, ma'am, I took up BS Accountancy because before I entered college, I actually researched what to take up because I don't want to regret my decision. But I have learned that in accountancy, it offers you a lot of working opportunities, may it be in the academe, in the private practice, and public practice. So I have, aside from my favorite subjects are also math.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I realized that it's not all about math. We have to analyze, and we have to really dig into the statements, and be able to think critically and to make decisions critically.
Yeah, so that's analytical thinking as well as critical thinking. Now, for our viewers out there, no, we're almost ending the school year or the academic year, and perhaps there may also be like your fellow ABM graduates from senior high school who may also want to pursue a business degree, specifically accountancy. What characteristics or traits do you have, or can you advise them to possess or to have as well?
One thing that I can say is self-discipline. So as a student, of course, distractions are just right there, left and right. So you have to discipline yourself, stay on your focus, and be goal-oriented. If you want to reach that something, so you have to work on it and be determined in reaching such goal, especially if you want to be an accountant in the future.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Betchelin. Yeah, and for Phoebe?
For the aspiring accountancy students, senior high students who will be taking accountancy, always remember that in everything that you do, there's always a commensurate price or consequence. So if you learn to sacrifice now and discipline yourself, so you can succeed in life if you're determined and disciplined and focused. And aside from that, in deciding as to what course you would take in college, always follow your heart, because at the end of the day, it will be you that will take up the course and that will be your future.
Yeah, wow, no, that's a tall order, no, for the young people out there, especially if they have an ambition or a goal, no, to become a certified public accountant. Now, in the moments that you have spent here, or in the years that you have spent here at in the university, have there been instances where perhaps you were really challenged to its maximum, and how did you cope with such situations? Whether it's academic or maybe curricular or maybe non-curricular. Betcheline.
I actually experienced a lot of breakdowns now.
Okay.
But yes, breakdowns are there. You may like after getting your papers with a lower grade or lower score, so it will very affect me, and it just I think of like it's just for one time. I can like somehow recover from that. So there's no room for a longer breakdown. So you have to I have to compose myself to regain my energy, and then of course study again. Study, and then of course prayer.
Yes, very nice, no? Yeah. How about for Phoebe?
I would admit my journey as an accountancy student isn't really a walk in the park. There were a lot of breakdowns, as what Betcheline said. But after all the failures, all the breakdowns I have experienced, I just thought of those as setbacks. So I don't want myself to dwell on those failures. So I have to bring back my composure and get back on track eventually.
Yeah, yes. I wonder if it's the mindset, no, that has been inculcated among accountancy students, because like you ladies and also your fellow accountancy students who were part of the regional mid-year competition, no, the drive really not to reach your goal, the drive to finish something that you had started. I see it in all of you. I wonder if it's the mindset that has been like imbibed in you from day one in your being an accountancy student, Betcheline.
It depends, ma'am, because for example, if it is really in your heart that you wanted to be an accountant. So of course, no matter how much failures you would experience, the breakdowns, you were still going to stand up and then fight again and continue until you reach that dream.
Okay, so it's really the individual in you, no? Because you can always just say, I give up, no? And not continue. Phoebe?
Yes, ma'am. Considering that our competition was about, or like basically about the subjects that we'll be taking in the board exam, I also thought of like, I'm not there to represent myself, but I was there to represent our college, the Business of Administration, and also the whole University Foundation.
Yes, right. Well, was there pressure? I'm trying to like read between the lines, you know? Was there pressure in each one of you to like bring home the bacon? Because CBA, I think, in the university is known as the home of champions, no? Here in the university. Betcheline.
Yes, ma'am.
The
Personally,
pressure.
I could really feel the pressure. It's because from the fact that we were supported financially from the college, and that fact also is like I need to like something or like do something that can at least give back to the college. So yes, that's one of the motivations to win.
Yes. How about for Phoebe? Pressure or the expectations, no?
As for me, ma'am, joining the competition, it was good pressure as for me.
Okay.
Because aside from the fact that we have a very ever supportive dean in the College of Business Administration, Ma'am Ligaya Concepcion,
Yes.
I thought of it as something that would like give me an indicator that really I am ready to take on the bigger challenge, which is the CPA licensure examination.
Yeah, right. Of course, you're now in your fourth year, but when you first entered the university as a first year, of course, accountancy student, did you see a change in you? Like when you were in first year, you were like this. Now that you're in fourth year, like looking deeper into your own selves, did you see a change in yourself as a person or as a persona? Betcheline.
at first, in my first year, ma'am, what my mindset was like gain more friends. It's because I'm not, I don't came here. I came from Negros Occidental, so
Okay.
maybe I could look for friends or like, you know, the study habit is not that strong because it's just okay. I will study a night before exam. The mindset like that. However, as years go by, when the challenge or the course is getting more challenging, so it's okay if I only have a fewer people who stay with me, as long as they do not compromise my mental health, and as long as they can support me emotionally, and of course be with me in the journey. So that's a realization that it's okay if you have fewer people within you, as long as you each other motivate each other to a higher outlook in life.
So in other words, somehow, no, your priorities may have changed from first year and until now. How about for Phoebe?
Based on what I know, ma'am, it only takes 21 days to form a habit. But for me, it took years.
Oh my, no?
It took years for me to form the study habit that I have now.
Okay.
So I'm really thankful for all the experience, for all the disciplining that I had with my mentors back then, because it shaped me to who I am now.
Of course, people say, no, that accountancy, among other courses that would really require stringent or strict study habits, is something that each accountancy student should have. Is that true with you, ladies? Betcheline? Oh my, no?
Yes, ma'am. Especially one of our mentors really advised that in every subject we need to like allocate enough time to study every subject for retention, of course, practice.
Phoebe?
Yeah, based also from our mentors' words, there are 3 rules if you want to study accountancy. First is you have to study. Second is you have to study. And third is you have to study.
Oh my. So, same question I asked of your fellow accountancy students. Do you have a life? Do you still manage to have a life?
Of course, as much as possible. I still like not totally like indulge myself in just studying and studying. I need to unwind for some other time, and of course one thing I prefer is during Sundays I go to church. That's one of my priorities.
Definitely, yes. Phoebe?
Actually, ma'am, on my first years as accountancy student, I really focused on having, or determined to just focus on studies, all about studies. But then later on, I realized that I should have a good balance between pressure and, you know, relaxing from time to time, because it would really compromise your mental health. So that's what I've learned.
And even your health and well-being, in general. Now, there are viewers out there, who probably would also plan to come over to Foundation University in particular to study, perhaps take a degree in accountancy, or perhaps other courses for that matter. This is your time, to talk to them and perhaps inspire them. After all, you are now in your 4th year and you have reached this far. Very soon, you'll become professionals, God willing. Betcheline first, and then Phoebe.
Okay, to all aspiring accountancy students, soon you will now be entering the bigger world. So if you want to pursue accountancy, I would recommend Foundation University is a great training for you, because you will not just be developed academically, but also in leadership and non-academic, so there will be holistic development.
Yes, okay, thank you, Betcheline. Phoebe.
Yes, for all the aspiring accountancy students out there, or even other students who aspire to take up other courses, I recommend Foundation University, because Foundation University provides you with a holistic environment that will shape you to well-rounded individuals that will really help you in the future.
Yeah, thank you, and Godspeed, as you move on to the national qualifying competition to be held in Manila, right?
Actually, in Iloilo City.
In Iloilo,
Yes.
but that's the national for the
Yes,
PICPA.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's great. No? And it's going to be very soon, also in the month of February. Yeah. So Godspeed. Again, well, no pressure really, but of course, we always would like to say, bring home the bacon, guys, no? But Godspeed, and just do your best, put your best foot forward, and just remember to also promote our school and say what is the best that they can get out of Foundation University. So Godspeed to you, Betcheline and Phoebe. So with that, friends, we bring to a close another episode of iGreyhound. Please do not forget, we have replays as well on Channel 6 of Phil Products TV Dumaguete every Friday and Saturday from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 3 in the afternoon. And we are also being streamed live on the Facebook page of Foundation University. Thank you very much once again to my stylist, Miss Rofi of Yvonne's Closet, for my chic clothes on the show as always. This has been Cecile Henove bidding everyone a pleasant evening.
Located at Dumaguete City, Negros Oriental, Philippines, Foundation University is an institution that strives to provide quality education for all. Continues to be at the forefront of innovative teaching and academic excellence. Founded by Dr. Vicente G. Cinco in 1949. FU has become a home to diverse Foundationites coming from different regions and cities in the Philippines. It is a non-profit, non-sectarian institution, accessible to all, offering several fields of study for its undergraduate, graduate, and postgraduate students through blended learning. Serves to educate and further develop individuals to become productive, creative, and responsible citizens of society. Foundation University proves it is an institution prepared to face adversities and challenges, as innovation is the heart of its goal. Despite the obstruction of a global pandemic, the university continues to pursue its development plans, create action, and bring its vision into a suitably adaptive reality. In FU, we ensure that no students are left behind. We stay true and commit to provide the best education to all Foundationites. We foster a dynamic and progressive environment that cultivates effective learning, generates innovative ideas, responds to societal needs, and offers opportunities for all. Through the Global Giving platform, our dreams and visions are slowly turning into possibility through financial support and donations. One important project that Foundation U spearheads is the Foundation Preparatory Academy Science Wing. This concept was developed to precisely address the issues facing science education at the elementary and high school levels. This concept was developed to precisely address the issues facing science education at the elementary and high school levels through the aid of advanced technology, improvement of science laboratories, and equipment for enhanced academic learning. Teaching science subjects pose a challenge for most mentors and teachers. Most students have a low performance and less interest in science subjects. This may be caused by the lack of illustrations that would best explain the topics and intricacies of the subject matters. To address this growing problem, we saw the adaptation and use of audiovisual presentations and actual hands-on experiments in science education. Video clips are to be utilized to help explain the science theories and concepts. Availability of science laboratory rooms with complete equipment. We aim to become a catalyst of transformation where every student develops a high interest in science education. Through the development and construction of Science Wing FPA, we believe that it will greatly create a positive impact to the community where science is a fundamental learning in our daily lives. We want your help in building this dream project into reality. We assure you that any form of assistance, may it be financial help or manpower sources, are put to work in what is being planned and serves its purpose.